In order to be yourself, you gotta be who you are. You gotta think, what do I want to do? And that is really the most important thing. There's really no one way to be who you are. There's no one way to do what you gotta do. It's really all about being who we are. People today, we find, are more attracted to authenticity, to you being who you are, your authenticness. Look at all these reality shows that are now on TV. Basically they just show a bunch of people in real life, and people love it because people are really attracted to authenticity. I'm going to bring in the next series a lot of tips from positive psychology and research and the self-help as we know it, just more the research, checking what really works, what could really help you, what is really successful and was proved on other people. We're going to learn also, we're going to go over biographies of people and see what really works for them, to see what we could take and apply for our lives, what could work for us. And that's really what positive psychology is about, trying to find out what helped others and what really could help a lot of people. What are the tips that we could do and actually learn to be happy. So today we're talking about authenticity. I'll quote Hal Lewis. He's the dean of a college in Chicago, Spiritus. He says, a leader is obligated to live up to that uniqueness. Basically, there are 6 billion ways of being, and only you know what you could be, what is right for you. Later we're going to learn also about relationships, how that's going to be a whole different video, but they found that the most successful relationships are relationships that are focused on being known rather than being validated. People are really attracted to uniqueness, to authenticity. I just realized that when I think I was a teenager, I went to camp and I was very dorky, with glasses, and back then I was very shy and I was kind of trapped. And long story, but I decided that this trip, I want to be who I am, and I started telling people that I'm gonna be who I am, and suddenly everyone was my friend. I wasn't a popular kid. I was not a popular kid at all. And all the boys wanted to be my boyfriend, and all the girls were my friends. And looking back now, I realized I showed people what they really want to see. People want to see uniqueness. People want to see you. And the same works for relationships. If you're not who you are, how are you going to find the person that's going to love who you are? How are you going to find the right person for you? It's a whole trial and error of learning to be ourselves. And that eventually we'll find out that works the best. The head of the self-improvement, self-esteem movement, Nathaniel Branden, gives a series of tips and studies. I'm going to give it in a few seconds, of questions. But let me see if I said everything I wanted to say. Know yourself, be yourself. We're going to try and learn how to learn ourselves and how to be ourselves. And so here are a few questions to see if you could be more yourself. Walk on the street and ask myself, am I doing what I really want to do? And I being myself. People are looking for you, not for imitations. So, are you ready? There's a series. Try to answer these questions I'm going to give out in a few seconds. You could bring a pen and paper if you want. You could, play pause right now, and in a few seconds, bring a pen and paper, and write down the answers. But please try and be as spontaneous as you can. These exercises it helps open up your conscious and subconscious at once, because the secret to these questions is to write down the answer spontaneously. Okay? Just whatever comes out of your mind, and that's going to eventually be the successful answer. That's going to make you think. That's going to show you really what is the inner voice, not what your mind thinks, what is the right answer to answer. So you ready? The questions are: complete the question. The things that bring happiness to me are ... What I want to do today is, if I add some honesty to my life, I will. I am becoming aware of that. To increase the happiness in my life. If I add 5% of awareness to my life, I will do. You could do these questions again. You can apply it over and over every day. Now look at these answers that you answered spontaneously, quickly, and see what they tell you. See what do you really think. Oh, and one more question. If I loved myself today, I would. So next time we will look at our lives, and in the next video we'll look at the tips and ideas of how to actually do what we want to do. So maybe now we could know more what we like to do, but how do we actually do it? Stay tuned.